Hey, Lauren Gordon here. In this video, I want to talk about what to do if your spouse or your husband or your boyfriend, girlfriend, partner doesn't believe in your business goals or doesn't fully believe in your vision or your dream, because this is a topic that, quite frankly, is pretty common. And I hear this a lot from beautiful people that I get to talk to every single day. So my name is Lauren Gordon. I'm a business mentor for online coaches who have stories to tell and offers that they believe in. And what I specialize in is helping coaches sell their high ticket programs, their one-to-one coaching, their group programs through storytelling, and helping you grow your business, grow your brand through storytelling. Now, this video, I want to break down some misconceptions. First one is that if you are not with an entrepreneur partner or a husband or a spouse, you'll never get them to see your vision, or you'll never get them to fully come on board with your business goals. Not true. The reason why I can say that is because my partner is not an entrepreneur. He actually, when we met about, oh gosh, almost 6 years ago now. That's crazy. We met 6 years ago. He is Australian. I'm clearly American. He's Australian, and I met him, and he was in a 9-to-5 job. And this was a retail job, like basic retail 9-to-5 job. At the time when we met, I was already doing my own thing. I was making money online. I was working as a freelance copywriter. That's how I kind of got started. For those of you guys that don't know much about my story to begin with. I got started online just as an online copywriter, doing random writing gigs here and there. And so I met him, and he was in a complete employee mentality mindset. And I had already started diving into, entrepreneurship and personal development and just exploring the realm of what's possible when you write your own checks and you are your own boss. And so my mind had already been opened up to what's possible. When you work online, when you write your own checks and you make your own income, right? I already knew all was possible. I already knew I was going to be a millionaire one day. I was going to impact hundreds of people around the world. I was going to have a book. I was going to do this. Like, my vision was already there. And I met him, and every single day for a while, I'm not going to lie, it was hard. It was really tough, because here's how it would look. I would, in my spare time, what I chose to do was work on my business or plan out what, the next step was to move the needle. For him, it was, play video games in his time off or watch a movie, which for your average Joe or your average human being is nothing crazy. Like, it's not too far off from what the normal person does. But I already felt like I wasn't normal. At that point, I was an entrepreneur. I was an entrepreneur at heart. I had also already sold my first business. I had my first company was actually a brick and mortar dance studio. And I sold that before I booked a one-way ticket to Australia and met him here. And so we met, and it was like this clash of worlds. And I mean that in two ways. He's Australian, I'm American. So there's that. There's cultural differences, but when it comes to entrepreneur mindset and, versus employee mindset, it's radically different, like crazy different. And so the first couple months of us dating, like, honestly, if I'm being fully honest, there was at least one time a week where I would sit down, I would like message my mom or my sister, and I'd be like, I don't know if this is going to work out. Like, I don't know if this is going to work. I felt like we were miles apart in terms of mindset, in terms of what we wanted and how we viewed the world. Because entrepreneurs view the world as like, yeah, I'm going to charge $5,000 for my program. Yes, I'm going to charge $10K. Yeah, I'm going to charge $20K. And an employee mindset looks at that and goes, who are you to charge $5K? Or what are you doing for $10K? Or, they question because they don't get it, right? So the first thing that helped us, I believe, that really helped us was I sat him down and I said, look, even if this doesn't even interest you, which it didn't at the time, I was like, even if this doesn't interest you, I need you to see what I'm doing so that you can do one of two things. You can sit back silently and just let me do my thing and totally not be involved at all, and I'm totally cool with that. Or you can at least know what I'm doing, and if you want to get involved a little bit, cool, let's explore that and let's see how we could potentially get you involved right now in the business, right? So that's the first myth, though, that I feel like I needed to debunk here is that if you're with anybody that's not an entrepreneur, you're always going to struggle. No, it's not true. The next thing that I believe helped us the most, my partner, Daniel, and I, was when he started to see it work. And this is where everything changes. Everything changes. When you are an entrepreneur or a coach and you have a partner who's not, right? They're not an entrepreneur, they're an employee, they're in a completely different mindset from you. The only true time that their mindset is going to radically change and do a 180-degree flip is when they see you start thriving. And that's not to say that they don't love you right now and they don't support you right now, right? Maybe they do a little bit, right? I'm sure they still love you, right? This isn't to say that this also isn't to say you gotta go break up with your partner, because I don't believe that's true either, right? I'm living proof of that. Here we are years later with 2 kids, right? I'm still with him. We're still together. We're building a family together. Yet he was not a natural entrepreneur. He didn't get it. It took a long time. But what really shifted it for him and really drastically improved our relationship was when he saw it start working. And the only time it started working was when a couple things, but when I started seeing it as a serious business, that was first. When I actually started not just seeing it, but treating my company as a real company before I had employees, before I had a team, before I had hundreds of clients. I started treating it as a company and talking about it as so when he was around. So he would go, okay, this is a real thing. She's serious about this. This is okay, you know? And also it changed when I told him I was investing into my first coach. And he was like, at first he was like, what are they getting? What are you getting? That was the first question. What are you getting? Or what are they giving you? What's happening? What does the program have? And all those questions, right? The nitty gritty. And I was like, it's fine. Just trust me. I want to do this because here's the purpose of it. And I like the person that runs it. That's pretty much what he said. I like the person who founded it. I resonate with it. I want to do it. And he's like, okay. There wasn't a moment of like, oh, awesome, cool. I totally see how it's going to work. There was totally still doubt there. That's not to say he didn't love me. And that's not to say that your partner or your spouse or your boyfriend or girlfriend or husband or wife doesn't love you right now. I'm sure they do. But loving somebody and being supportive of their business are 2 different things. And the support in the business comes with time. If you are willing to put in the work before you have the proof, right? That's where the magic happens. And so the last thing I'll say to this is if you currently don't have somebody 24/7 under the same roof as you, or at least just, a partner, somebody in your life that does get it right now and sees your vision and doesn't question it and doesn't call you the crazy one, right? Find somebody that does get it. Find somebody that doesn't call you crazy. Find support, find a network, find something that you can add into your life, bring into your life right now that will make you feel like you're thinking too small, right? When I exposed myself intentionally to people who were way beyond where I thought I could be. That first year, Daniel and I met, we were dating, I got really serious about building my company. I also brought in new people into my world. I met my first, I like to call them my online best friends. We met through Facebook. We talked almost every day. They were visionaries. They were business-oriented people. And that was also the same year I joined my first program. I hired my first coach. Like so many different things happened, but it was all for the same reason. And it was the reason that I had to bring people into my world that got it because he didn't at the time. And that was okay because I made the conscious decision to love him through that. And I trusted that there would come a day that he would get it. He would see it. And I was cool. I was okay doing my own thing with other people that did get it until he did. I want to choose my words very carefully here because I want to say this. If you're with somebody that doesn't support your vision or your dream, but they're okay with you going for it and they just don't see it, they don't get it themselves, but they're fine with you doing it, that's fine. But if you're with somebody who doesn't get it, doesn't support you, and intentionally tries to make you feel bad about it or feel crazy for charging the amount of money you want to charge, or for whatever, for building your business the way you want to build it, that's not okay. I'm not a relationship coach. I'm not a relationship expert, but I'm a mother of 2 girls, and I would sit them down and I would tell them this any day. If they come to me in 10 years, if my 2-year-old or my 7-month-old comes to me in 10 years and says, hey mom, I'm starting a business and my boyfriend, he makes me feel nuts. He makes me feel crazy for doing it. He makes me feel bad. He makes me question myself. I would say, girl, you don't have to put up with that. And you shouldn't put up with that. So it's 2 very different things. That's what I'm saying here. You can be with somebody, you can have a beautiful relationship that grows into something beautiful with somebody who right now just doesn't quite get it. But if you choose to do that, if you choose to, stay with your partner, stay with your spouse, stay with your husband or your wife who doesn't get it, just make sure you bring somebody into your life that does. Your environment is everything. Everything. And it is going to be everything no matter what level you get to, whether you're at 5K months, 10K, 20K, $1 million, multi-million dollars. I know I invest more and more into my environment than anything else right now, my team and my environment. Because I know that we thrive when we're in the right environment, when we're lifted up and surrounded by people who are beyond where we think is possible for us, or at least people who are where we want to be, right? So that is my honest, loving advice for what to do if you are in a relationship with somebody who doesn't quite get it. You don't quite get it yet, okay? So if this resonates, and if you decide that you do want somebody in your corner that sees you, that sees your vision, that sees your goal, and doesn't make you feel crazy, in fact, they make you feel like you're thinking too small, then reach out. If you want that level of support from somebody who gets it, somebody who's actually been there, I've actually been with the person who's not an entrepreneur by heart, right? I don't believe that we need to walk this path alone. I don't believe that anybody should, for that matter. I don't believe anybody should. So if you want more support in growing your coaching business, if you want support from somebody who does get it and who can cheer you on, be that rock for you, be that sounding board, right? Be that person that you can always rely on. This is the level of support that I give to my clients. This is the level of support that I always intend to bring to the table with people who come to me for help. So if you want support in growing your coaching business, and specifically, if you want to learn how you can grow your coaching business and attract more high-paying, high-ticket clients to you by sharing your stories, then click the link. There should be one included somewhere around this video where you can book a call with my team. We'll sit down, look at your business, and be honest about whether or not this is something we can help you do, okay? I will talk to you in the next video. I will see you soon. Click the link if you'd like more support in doing this. Otherwise, I will talk to you soon. Bye.